Live from SLU-TV, Stephanie Wilga, John Castelli, lead forecaster Mary Fester, and sports director Edward Burch. This is SLU News 22.
St. Louis University, I'm Stephanie Wilga.
And I'm John Castelli. You're watching SLU News 22's first ever live broadcast.
Tonight, we'll tell you about the Brigette Schutzman Festival of the Miles.
And I'll tell you how to keep your skin safe this summer.
And the Billiken Forecast Center will be here to give you the latest in Billiken weather. But first, our top story. This past Monday, the SLU community pulled together for a great cause. Sports Director Edward Burch is here with more on that. Edward?
All right, thank you, Stephanie. On December 31st, 2007, Brigette Schutzman, a cross-country track runner at St. Louis University, was involved in a horrific car accident that left her in a coma for 6 weeks. Now, doctors only gave her a 1% chance to live, but she has fought bravely, and through the many prayers of her family and friends, she has improved very greatly. But her medical bills still remained quite high. However, her teammates at SLU decided to raise money for Brigette and her family through an event that was truly special and unique.
As the sun went down and the winds picked up at the Brigette Schutzman Festival of the Miles, a crowd of over 700 people turned out for a great cause.
Here at St. Louis University High School, hundreds of people have come out to support Brigette Schutzman, and here we are hoping to see history being made.
The festival had several different mile-long events, each displaying the Billiken spirit and the strength of Brigette Schutzman. The main event got underway just past 8 o'clock. Several Olympic runners would attempt to break the first sub-4-minute mile in the state of Missouri.
The record wasn't broken here at St. Louis U High, but like Brigette, these runners will live to run another day. For SLU News 22, I'm Edward Burch.
Gitana Productions Incorporated will present 9 performances of Complacency of Silence, Darfur at the St. Louis University Theater in Xavier Hall from May 23rd through June 8th. Performances are on Fridays and Saturdays at 8 p.m. and on Sundays at 2:30 p.m. Tickets are $10 for adults and $5 for children under 12. The play presents a rarely seen diversity of international and local artists exhibiting an array of traditional and innovative artistic expressions, and will use the power of theater, music, and dance to put a human face on the humanitarian crisis in the Darfur region of Sudan, Africa. For more information, you can visit gitana-inc.org, or you can call MetroTix at 534-1111.
Last Thursday, April 24th, the graduating seniors gathered to show their work at the Senior Legacy Symposium. Candice Naranjo has more.
What you've done?
Absolutely. What I did was nutrition and dietetics department and with the culinary
Road less travel. Can you take out what you do? Of your own work?
Governor Matt Blunt is scheduled to stop in St. Louis Thursday to sign a bill that allows a new certification option for Missouri teachers. The option will help professionals in the middle of their careers become certified to teach. Missouri becomes the 8th state to recognize this program. They say the process does not require traditional coursework or teaching experience. Candidates must hold a bachelor's degree, complete a background check, and pass 2 computer-based tests.
Forecaster Rebecca Callahan is here from the Billiken Forecast Center to give us a quick look at the weather.
Thank you, Stephanie. Currently here at SLU, we've got 71 degrees under overcast skies, humidity of 61%, and that is actually going to be on the rise over the next day or so. We've got a severe storm system coming our way, and the pressure 29.62 and falling on approach to that cold front that is coming. The Storm Prediction Center in Norman, Oklahoma has issued a moderate risk for severe storms on Friday, with St. Louis being on the northern edge of that periphery of the moderate risk, which doesn't put us out of the woods for a potentially significant round of severe weather on tomorrow evening. And here's the setup that we have right here. There's a huge low pressure system, and there's a trailing cold front behind it, and that is going to be pushing its way over to St. Louis area. And this cold front stretches all the way down through Texas, pushing its way right over. We've got nice, warm, moist flow coming up from the Gulf of Mexico, and that is going to put us right in that region. Right in front of the cold front is where we're going to see that severe weather pop up probably around 5 to 6 p.m. tomorrow. Could be a little bit early, and it will last overnight and through early Saturday morning. But for tonight, we've got 64 degrees with that chance of thunderstorms coming in pretty late, and then the severe part of the weather will fire up tomorrow afternoon. South winds at 15 to 20 miles per hour and a sunset at 7:53. And for your 3-day forecast, Friday, 76 degrees. It's going to be pretty muggy outside for this time of the year. And Saturday, as that cold front passes by, we get the wraparound part of the rain, 62 degrees. And Sunday clears on out, a beautiful day on tap, 67 degrees. And coming up in a few minutes, we'll have Mary Fester with the extended outlook.
Thanks, Rebecca. When we come back after the break, I'll tell you how to keep your skin safe from the sun's rays this summer.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, SLU. SGA's Executive Board-Elect was censured yesterday by the Senate for holding a party where they provided underage students with alcohol. The event in question occurred this past Friday at the Coronado. Although it was held off campus, it is being considered an SGA-sponsored event since members of the SGA-Elect Executive Board were there. Although the SGA censure is non-binding, the Executive Board-Elect will be disciplined through the normal university conduct process. John Castelli is here with your health report.
Thanks, Stephanie. The school year is almost over, and that means students will be going to the beach, the pool, and on vacation. But a health issue that doesn't quite get enough attention has to do with your body's largest organ, your skin. Tanning has become a fashion statement among our generation, but its damaging effects can last a lifetime. Tonight, we bring you some tips on staying safe in the sun. The sun emits ultraviolet rays, which are a type of radiation above the visible spectrum. Exposure to UV light, whether from sun or tanning beds, damages the DNA of skin cells called keratinocytes. When the cells are unable to repair their DNA, they can become cancerous. The two main kinds of skin cancer are carcinoma and melanoma. Carcinomas usually do not spread. Melanoma does spread and is the deadliest form of skin cancer. Dermatologist Dr. Nicole Burkemper of St. Louis University Medical Center advises her patients to limit sun exposure and use sunscreen. A sunscreen with an SPF of 30 works well for most people, but there are two forms of UV radiation you need to worry about. UVA rays cause wrinkles and sunspots, while UVB rays are thought to be the major cause of skin cancer. SPF only refers to the product's protection against UVB rays, so when choosing a sunscreen, find one that also offers UVA protection. Many sunbathers think getting a base tan will help, but any tanning damages your skin, and a base tan provides no more than an SPF of 10. So if you want that sun-kissed glow, try a self-tanning product instead. Well, and I just wanted to mention, Stephanie, hope that people will keep in mind that tanning beds only emit the ultraviolet A rays, so those are going to be responsible for really aging your skin. And then also you can get, now they have zinc oxide and titanium oxide that doesn't turn your nose white.
Well, I will definitely be stocking up. Thanks, John. A new poll suggests that President Bush is the most unpopular president in modern American history. A CNN Opinion Research Corps poll shows that 71% disapprove of President Bush's job performance. Keating Holland, CNN's polling director, said that no president has ever had a higher disapproval rate in any CNN or Gallup poll. This is the first time in any president's disapproval rating has cracked the 70% mark.
SLU has a new program called Wine on Wednesdays. Travis Colgin has more.
Spirits were high in the couple's house this past Wednesday. A special Wine on Wednesday raised a custom-crafted couple's house wine glass to Scott Hepper, floor manager of Straub's Fine Groceries. There was wine, food, and the jazz band The Silk Pajamas. For the past year, Hepper was giving decorating tips and fascinated many with floral. He has worked tirelessly to ensure that their wine was paired with just the right amount of fun and flair. So as to show their appreciation, the April Wine on Wednesday was in the couple's house. They thanked Scott for making the historic mansion such a special place to be on the last Wednesday of each month. So a special thanks goes out to Scott. For SLU News 22, I'm Travis Colgin.
The National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration announced that it will install the last 9 of the 114 stations as part of its new high-tech climate monitoring network. The stations track national average changes in temperature and precipitation trends. The U.S. Climate Reference Network is on schedule to activate these final stations by the end of the summer. The CRN is helping to pinpoint the shifts in America's changing, often unpredictable climate. We're entering a new age of understanding climate change by adding more sound, reliable data about what's really happening in the atmosphere and on the ground, said Dr. Tom Carl, director of NOAA's National Climatic Data Center in Asheville, NC.
When we come back from the break, lead forecaster Mary Fester will give us a look at tomorrow's potentially severe weather.
We'll be right back. We are back with lead forecaster Mary Fester.
Mary, we mentioned before the break that we're going to potentially have some severe weather tomorrow. Is that going to be a factor?
Hi, John. Yes, we will be seeing some potentially severe weather tomorrow afternoon and evening and overnight. But for now, let's talk about the almanac. Today we had a high of 73 degrees and a low of 65, which we saw this morning. Not too far off from our normals, and we had no precipitation today. Now, this is put out by the Climate Prediction Center. This is showing what's going to be happening in the month of May as far as temperatures go. And unfortunately, you can see that most of the northern Great Plains is covered by this blue shading, which means that we're going to be seeing below average temperatures for the month of May. And this is precipitation. And you can see St. Louis is right on the line of the darkest green here, so we will have a chance of above average precipitation for the month of May. But currently here at SLU, it is 71 degrees and overcast. Our humidity is at 61%. Winds are out of the south at 12 miles per hour, and our pressure is steady at 29.62 inches. Looking at the satellite, you can see a nice cloud cover just to our south, and that'll be pushing its way east. And behind it, you can see a low pressure system sitting over the western plains, and that'll be dragging a cold front behind it and bringing us that chance for severe weather. But looking at the radar right now, you can see there's no showers or any precipitation in our region. Now here's the surface analysis. You can see here's that low that I was talking about, dragging a cold front behind it, just west of Kansas City as of this afternoon, and a stationary front ahead of it. Lots of clouds associated with this low. And then by tomorrow afternoon, you'll see that cold front push its way through mid-Missouri, bringing with it showers and thunderstorms. Some of those, yes, will be severe. But for tonight, look for a low of about 64 degrees, a chance of thunderstorms, but just a slight chance. Winds out of the south at 15 to 20 miles per hour, and your sunrise at 6:02 a.m. For your 5-day forecast, Friday, chance of thunderstorms again, some of those potentially severe, a high of 76 and a low of 53. For Saturday, a slight chance of rain, probably in the morning hours, a high of 62 and a low of 46. And then Sunday and Monday, it's sunny, a high of 67 and 72 respectively. And then Tuesday, we'll have partly cloudy skies, a high of 74 and a low of 54.
All right, so it looks like the weekend won't be ruined completely.
Not totally.
Thanks, Mary.
Thank you.
Good to hear. When we come back from the break, Sports Director Edward Burch is going to tell you how the St. Louis University track and field team is on track to win a championship.
Welcome back, SLU. I'm Sports Director Edward Burch, and this is what's happening in Billiken sports. The Billiken's track and field team will participate in their second Atlantic 10 Conference Championship this weekend at the University of Massachusetts. The action, which will be streamed live on the A10's website, begins at 7:45 a.m. Central on Saturday and Sunday. And for the first time, the women's program is entering student athletes in the shot put, discus, high jump, and long jump. On the men's side, the Billikens have a pole vaulter for the first time, as well as entries in the discus, shot put, and hammer throw. So hopefully they can bring home the gold. In soccer, Dan Donegan, SLU's soccer coach, announced today that Tyler McNabb of Cape Girardeau has signed a national letter of intent to play for the Billikens. McNabb, a 6'3" defender who has played on 7 years for the Metro United Soccer Club of Southern Illinois, and for those of you who are Billiken soccer fans, that's the same club that produced former Billiken and current Colorado Rapids player Brian Grazier. McNabb begins his 4 years of eligibility this fall, so hopefully he'll add a little bit more depth to an already stout lineup. The St. Louis University Billiken, who turns 100 this fall, will throw out the first pitch at Busch Stadium Sunday, May 4th, when the Cardinals take on the Cubs. In addition, the Cardinals will illuminate the center field scoreboard with a mention of the Billikens' 100th birthday, and SLU's athletic director Chris May will stop by in the broadcast booth to be interviewed by John Rooney and Mike Shannon during the second inning play-by-play. First pitch is scheduled for 7:15, and the game will air nationally on ESPN and locally on KTRS radio. Finally tonight, senior Amanda Helberg and freshman Haley Ellamore of the women's tennis team have been selected to the Atlantic 10 All-Conference team by a vote of the league's head coaches. Helberg garnered a place on the first team, while Elmore was chosen to the second unit, so kudos to them on all their success.
No kidding, you've got a great team.
Absolutely.
Thanks, Edward. Well, SLU, that is all we have for you this year. Thank you for joining us.
For those of you who are graduating, good luck with the rest of your lives. And for those of you who are staying with us, we'll see you on SLU News 22. I want to thank everyone, Mike Roberts, Bill Streeter, all of our staff and crew. And if you want to be part of our team as a reporter, of course, we're going to need a new sports director. Edward's graduating. So if you want to be part of our team, email us SLU-TV@slu.edu. I'm John Castelli.
And I'm Stephanie Wilga. Thank you so much.